What's going on, everybody? By everybody, I mean literally no one that's here right now, because no one's here. Um, so yeah, little preview of my generic breakfast. So we got some just general scrambled eggs with toast. It's nice. Trying coffee, for the first time. Not for the first time. I've had coffee before, but I'm drinking coffee for the first time. Not sure how this is gonna go. It's not bad. Coffee's good for me. It's zero sugar creamer, so yay diabetes. So yeah, basically today I'm just gonna do like a quick 20-minute stream or something like that. I think I might do this every morning when I get up. Unless my wife's here, and then obviously it's gonna vary. But figure I'd just do a quick 20-minute stream, talk about what's to come for the day, drink some coffee, and then just go about my business. So yeah. So basically I'm up pretty early today. My wife had to work at 7, so I needed to keep the car because we do this thing every Saturday. It's a little auction thing in our local town where it's a Facebook group. You sell stuff on there. It's anything $100 or less. People bid on it, and then everyone meets in the parking lot of just an office building. And you hand over the cash, you hand over the product, and that's it. It's pretty simplistic. It's actually the first time we're doing this. We're really, like I said, like I've talked about before, we're about $3,500 in debt currently. So we're trying to get little bits and pieces of money around just to try to put dents in that. But yeah, so I have to do that at 1, and she works till 3, so I needed the car. So I had to wake up early, I had to get my son around, get him in the car, take her to work. We stopped at Meijer on the way back to get some creamer, get some bread for toast and everything like that, and came back, he got some breakfast, I got some breakfast, and now he's doing his thing for the day, and I'm doing my thing for the day. Hopefully it helps with the feedback a little bit. Sorry, guys. But yeah. So that's the generic plan for the day. After the auction is from 1 to 2 p.m. I'm not going to be there the entire time. We only have 2 items that we're selling. After that, go pick up my wife with the kid at 3. We're probably going to take her to the walk-in. She's not feeling too good. Maybe she'll just want to come home and sleep. I'll probably stream at some point during the day. Pretty sure I'm done with Halo. Game is just no. Not dealing with it anymore. It's not fun for me anymore. At least not generally. So I don't know. I might stream some Overwatch today. Might stream some World of Warcraft. Might get into some Magic. Might get into some Pokemon. It really depends on how I'm feeling. Right now I'm just chilling. I'll probably do the breakfast stream like this, like I said. 20-25 minutes. Go offline. Throw in some applications online. Have to get a hold of a temp center. see if they can do anything for me, but we'll see. And then other than that, there's really not much happening for me today. It's a Saturday, it's pretty chill, so I guess we'll see. As you guys may have noticed, if you were in here yesterday, I'm wearing the same clothes. We had to get up at 6:20 to get my wife to work. She gets off work at 11 generally, 11 p.m. at night. So I stay up, obviously, greet her when she gets home, hang out a little bit, do our thing in our game room. Probably get to her around 1 o'clock. Didn't sleep too well last night, maybe got 3 hours, so yeah, so I basically got up, got some pants on, and my shirt that I had from last night, and took her to work. So that's part of the thing I'm going to do after the breakfast stream is get a shower in, because if I don't shower, I feel like a sweaty mess. And since I'm fat, it's even worse. So I'm not really a warm coffee type of guy. Like, I'll drink the iced coffees and stuff like that if my wife gets one. I'm not really a coffee guy in general. But, the diabetic handbooks all say that, coffee is good for you. Generally, it's black coffee, and I can't do black coffee because that shit is disgusting, let's be real. So I creamer my stuff up, and I use zero sugar creamer, so I'm going to have to find that balance between coffee and creamer, though, because I'm pretty sure I use, like, a third of the bottle of creamer to make it not taste like coffee, because the taste of coffee is disgusting. But I can't keep doing that, because that's, like, 3 cups of coffee, which lasts 3 days. Because I only plan on drinking 1 cup a day. So, I don't know. We'll see. Ooh, I'm going to talk to you about my stream quality after I get this next bite. I'm hungry. I didn't really eat much last night. It's kind of a late night, and everything kind of went to hell. If you notice, it is a Hocus Pocus cup. This actually isn't mine. This is the my wife's friend that was living with us when she moved out. She really didn't take much of her stuff, so I'm using it because Hocus Pocus is legit. But yeah, so the stream quality. So I mentioned this briefly yesterday while I was streaming Halo, but I thought that my PC was more low end than high end, which it is not, apparently. So I went, on YouTube, looked up the best settings for low end PCs, right? Changed all my Op Studio settings and everything like that. Streamed in 30 FPS, like 2200 bit rate. Just lowered everything. And, the quality while I was playing the card games wasn't too bad, but it still wasn't where I wanted to be. So then I found out about the setup wizard in the tools section. I didn't know that was a thing. I've had Op Studio for a long time now. I really never touched anything on it, other than maybe lowering, like adjusting the bitrate a little bit. But I just kind of went with the flow. But when I ran the studio, the Help Wizard, it put my stuff up to 6,000 bit rate, 60 FPS, 1920 by 1080. Like, it didn't obviously max it out because I think I don't know what the max bit rate you can go up to on App Studio is, but I think it's, I don't know. Like super high end PCs I've seen. Uh, like 30,000 bit rate, which is ridiculous to me. I mean, eventually I want to get a computer that can do that. Um, but right now I was pleasantly surprised. When I streamed Halo last night, I deleted all the VODs and everything like that, or they got deleted. Something got deleted, so I wasn't actually able to check the stream quality. So I'm actually going to check the stream quality after this initial stream, just to see what it's all about and see what it looks like. Obviously, I'm just sitting here with my generic like $15 webcam, so the quality can't really be that bad. But yeah. So I'm hoping the setup wizard, knows what it's doing, and I can start streaming, stuff like Overwatch and WoW at these settings, and it looks good to you guys. So I want to talk a little bit about the whole point of me streaming. I kind of touched on it momentarily while I was streaming, but since we're kind of in the breakfast, just chatting section, I can talk a little bit more. So yeah, anyway, so the streaming thing. So I always loved the idea of streaming, specifically because interacting with any type of community. Ah, baby girl, baby. Specifically interacting with the community. Like, I like going into. We do not chew on garbage cans. I like interacting with communities. I like going into streams. I like talking to the streamers. I like talking to the chatters that are in the chat. It's something I enjoy, and I want that for myself. Just part of the reason I'm streaming is to build a community of people, like-minded people. Ragers, people that get upset at video games here and there. People who like talking about drama. People who think people like Jack Doherty or, Neon or Kai Cenat, people who think these people are absolutely fucking ridiculous in every way, shape, and form. Kai, to a less degree, really haven't seen much bullshit associated with him. But people like Neon and Jack, what the fuck? Like, seriously? Like, what the fuck? Whether or not these are just online personalities, don't even get me fucking started on Andrew Tate. But whether or not these are just online personalities, and their personas do not match their real life personalities, I don't know. I will never know, because I don't know them. But if you have to change who you are on social media or in your content to get people to like you or give you money or follow you, that's a horrible life, in my opinion. And you shouldn't be doing what you're doing. if you've got to be an asshole to people, if you've got to act like a moron, if you've got to act like a masochist, if you've got to act like a misogynist, not worth it in my opinion. But we'll get to that shit later. So, but as I said, I wanted to build a community of people like me who don't appreciate those people who share my values and opinions, at least on certain topics, because you come into a stream to have a sense of community. You come into a stream to watch people game, play games that you like to watch, play games that you play, maybe learn from them, or maybe you just come into the stream to interact with them because you like them. Or you come into the stream because you like the people that are in the stream. You may not even particularly enjoy the streamer. You may not even particularly enjoy the game they're playing or the message they're sending, but you love the people in their community, so you mess with the people in their community. That's kind of what I want to build here. So I'm under no illusion that I'm some type of internet personality. I'm a normal everyday guy for the most part. I don't do anything crazy. I don't do any challenges. I don't do this. I don't do that. I probably don't appeal to most people, and that's fine. I don't expect to make it big in this type of work. And even if I did expect to make it big, the work that you have to put in is years in the banking. I'm 36. Streaming isn't that important to me to try to make it like that, like at all. I appreciate everyone that does stream. I love full-time streamers. I love the fact that they can do this for a living and that their community supports them in what they're doing. I just don't think I have the personality type for that. I think I rub a lot of people the wrong way. I think that my rage and toxicity in video games, a lot of people don't like. I don't even personally like it. It just comes out. Everyone knows what I'm talking about. Everyone is toxic or rage at some point at a video game. That's just how it is. Get upset, you rage. It's an outlet. Now, like I said, I don't have the personality to be a big streamer, and that's fine. As long as I got a couple people that like to come in here, say hey, talk for a few minutes, it's good enough for me. And even if I don't have anyone that talks in my stream, that's perfectly fine. I still enjoy streaming. As long as people watch me, or even if they don't, that's perfectly fine. Like I said, I'm not everyone's cup of tea. I don't have that flamboyant personality. I'm not wild or crazy. I'm not ninja. I'm not, these other really popular streamers. I can't even tell you popular streamers because I really don't watch popular streamers. I watched Tyler Ninja when he was streaming Final Fantasy and had 20 people in his chat. I was watching him when he was playing Halo 3, Halo Reach, when he had 100 people in his chat. And when those numbers turned to, 5 digits, 6 digits, I kind of stopped being around it. He started playing stuff like Fortnite, PUBG, etc. And we kind of just, we used to play Halo together. We used to play League of Legends together. Like, he's a very good man. He is a great man. Whatever you want to fucking say about Ninja, say it. Dude is a good person. He is a great person. Just get to know him. Just outside of that personality he has on Twitch, outside of the flamboyancy, he's a down-to-earth guy who has an amazing wife, who has an amazing family, who has amazing friends, and he's just a normal dude that got really popular, and he's reaping the benefits of the hard fucking work he put in. I mean hard. This man streamed 8, 10, 12 hours a day with 15 people in his chat. Just because he enjoys streaming, just because he enjoys gaming. He is the prime example of a full-time streamer. He does it for the love of it. And does he get a lot of money out of it? Absolutely, and he fucking deserves it because he worked his ass off for so long to get there. So props to Ninja. Tyler, you're a great person. Keep doing what you're fucking doing. I love you, man. I know we haven't talked in a while. Keep it up. So anyway, I'm gonna take another bite because this is so good. I had my webcam on my second monitor and everything like that, so it made it a lot harder. Like I keep looking over to see who's in chat. You know, my numbers are going up or down, the fluctuations and everything, and now I just put it on my main monitor, so it looks like I'm actually looking at the webcam when I'm actually not. I mean, you get it. So yeah, I'm not Ninja or anything close to that. That's not me. I'm more chilled out, more relaxed. And that's fine. Some people may like it, some people may not. But I'm still going to try to do this. You know, while I'm looking for work, and believe it or not even places like McDonald's or Wendy's or Burger King are hiring right now. At least not for the shifts that I'm available for. Due to lack of being able to pay for childcare and due to having family that just can't help us with childcare, I'm the stay-at-home dad right now. Which doesn't work because unfortunately my wife doesn't make enough money to pay for all of our bills. Which sucks. So I have to find something. But the time frame that I have for being able to do that is very weird. I have to be out of work by 2 p.m. Currently, I have, you know, a doctor's note, quote unquote, that I can't work more than 5 hours because I was recently hospitalized. I'm getting my health back, but an 8-hour shift isn't conducive to my very strict eating schedule. A 5-hour shift is fine because I can eat right before I go to work and then have a small break for a 5-hour shift to eat so I don't miss any of my stuff. An 8-hour shift, more than likely I'll get one lunch, and that's not good enough for my doctors currently. Will it be good enough in a month? Yes. Is it good enough now? Unfortunately not. So I'm stuck being at the mercy of them. Technically, I can go against their orders and work 8-hour shifts, but I almost died in the hospital, and I'm really not in a hurry to get back into the hospital because it stressed the hell out of my wife and my kids that I was gone. And I don't want to do that to them again. So, yeah. So right now, this is kind of my outlet for my depression, my anxiety, things, you know, that I need to deal with. And streaming helps that. Even though if you watch my Halo streams or anything like that, you've noticed I'm a rager. It happens. But even when I'm upset or raging at things like this, it's still helping. It's still purging all that negative energy in me. If people don't want to watch it, that's fine. If you do want to watch it, I love you for it. But yeah, I don't think this is going to be a full-time option for me. I don't think I'm going to be able to make money from this, and that's fine. You know, I just like being in a community. If people want to talk to me, they can talk to me. If people want to watch me, they can watch me. If not, that's fine. You know, any help or anything that anyone wants to say to me is still something. You know, I've had people message me on Twitch already just from the couple of streams I've done saying, you know, thank you for starting streaming. You know, we really like that you try to interact. We like this, we like that. You know, it's just positive reinforcement, and I appreciate everyone who has messaged me. I don't know if I can do coffee in the morning. This is just ridiculous. This is so much coffee. I don't know if I can drink this much coffee. It's going to make me poop, too. Which I guess is not a bad thing. Okay, I'm going to go on for another bite. I'm almost done. This stuff is... By the way, how I make my eggs is not... I literally just crack them, put some pepper in them, scramble them, and that's it. Very basic. I love basic. I am a basic bitch. So that's basically why I'm streaming. Um, like I said, basic plug. I have my Twitter and my YouTube linked. I'm going to try to upload one video a day for YouTube. Come to think of it, I probably should have recorded this breakfast session. That might be kind of like my go-to thing. I might do, a 25, 30-minute stream in the morning, talk about my day, what's to come, maybe for the weekend or maybe for the week, whatever, and then upload that to YouTube. Maybe that'll kind of be the start of it. I originally thought I'll upload gameplay and stuff like that. I'm just not sure how it's going to work out, because the setup wizard that I did, I am prioritizing streaming over recording, and when I record, my FPS in game drops to like 70 to 80 instead of like 150 to 160. And I know people don't think that's noticeable. It's noticeable. If you're an avid gamer, the difference between 80 FPS and doubling it to 160 is basically, it's super noticeable. You can feel it in the mouse, you can feel it in the controller, you can see it on the screen. It's noticeable. And if you don't think it's noticeable, you're psychotic. What else can I talk about? I think I pretty much covered most of the stuff that I wanted to say this morning. Kind of like introduce myself. I mean, I guess I can do a basic intro. My name is Corey, or Awkward. I've been a gamer since the age of 3. We're talking about card games like Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Magic, video games, original Mario on the original Nintendo console, Sega Genesis, Dreamcast, Nintendo 64, Super Nintendo, like all these systems I've had, original PlayStation. I originally started with PlayStation, and then when I got the original Xbox, I just completely stopped playing PlayStation. Xbox has been my love since I was a child, and Halo 1, when that came out, it was over. Like, it was only Xbox all the time. Eventually, when I could afford it, which wasn't until I started working myself, I started to get into PC gaming. Stuff like World of Warcraft, specifically World of Warcraft, and just other online randomness. Now I don't play consoles at all. I'm strictly a PC gamer. I don't think I'll ever go back to consoles. I still play with a controller on stuff like Halo. I'd like to get the new Call of Duty, but it's just not an affordable thing right now, unfortunately. Plus the mechanics behind Call of Duty with, my 36-year-old old person hands, that's just not a competitive thing. And I like being competitive in anything I play. I am hyper competitive. I've been that way since I was a kid. I don't know how to stop it. I've tried to stop it. I've actually gone to a therapist to try to stop my competitive nature, and it just doesn't work. I will always be hyper competitive with everything I do. And that's where I get enjoyment out of my games. There's this discussion that I saw going on about the competitive community versus the casual community, and this huge divide of toxicity and stuff like that, and it's just not a thing. Some of the most toxic players I know, more than me, which is a lot, are casual players. They're players who don't play competitive at all. They're players who, let's use Halo Infinite as an example. They're players that go into the casual modes, big team battle, I don't even know what the casual modes are anymore. Let's just say big team battle. And they're more toxic than the most competitive player in ranked. But in that same stride, competitive players are toxic too. Like, it doesn't matter if you're casual or competitive. You can be toxic. That's just how it is. But competitive players have this stigma around them that's just like, hey, if you're a competitive player, you're going to be an asshole. And it's just not true. I'm an asshole. That's not because I'm a competitive player, it's just because I'm an asshole. There's really nothing to it other than that. So yeah. So yeah, I'm hyper competitive. I don't like it, but I do like it. It's just a thing. But the competitive community in every game, like I've traveled for Halo before, I've traveled for Call of Duty before, but the most travel I've done is for like Magic the Gathering or Pokemon card game tournaments. You know, I've gone to different countries for Magic. I've gone to different countries for Pokemon. You know, I've been to most of the 50 states for Magic. I played in huge tournaments. I have won a lot of money doing Magic. Less money than I put into it, but you don't if you do a hobby for financial gain, it's not a hobby anymore, it's a job. And you know, if you love your job, you never work a day in your life. No, that's not a thing. I mean, it is a thing, but I'm sorry, but even if you love your job, you're not going to love it all the time. Anyone who says they love their job 24/7, 365 is lying to you and themselves. Everyone has bad days. Everyone has days where they don't want to go to work. Now, your hobby, you always want to do your hobby. You love your hobby. That's your safe space. That's your comfort zone. But if you turn your hobby into a job, it becomes a chore. And you don't want to do that. I probably will never get more money out of Magic than I put into it. Never. It will never happen, and that's fine. I don't care. I play the game because it's fun to me. I play the game at a competitive level because I believe I am good at it, and I have placings to back that up. It's great. As far as video games go, I was never, I'm not a pro player. I'm not a semi-pro player. I've had some decent placings at tournaments, but that's it. Like, there's nothing. I'm not a good enough video game player to place well. I'm not. Could I get there? Maybe. I am a good enough card game player to place well, though. So that's where my focus is, most of the time. I'm going to eat some more. I'm going to finish up this little bit of egg, and I'll finish up the stream for a few hours. Yes, I am drinking water with coffee because the coffee taste is still there, and the creamer, even though it's 0 sugar, is still very sweet to me. So, I'm still going to drink all the coffee because, like I said, coffee is good for diabetics. I finished my breakfast. Stream actually went longer than I thought it was going to, but I talked more than I thought I was going to also. But yeah, that's the basic outline of what I'm doing here. I'm streaming because I enjoy it. I love the idea of building a community so people can have a safe space to come and express their emotion, express their feelings. If you have a bad day, come to my stream. Tell me you had a bad day. Tell me what's up, and I'll talk to you about it. I don't care what the fuck I'm doing. I don't care if I'm in the middle of a competitive match in Overwatch to get me to Grandmaster. I'm going to talk to you about your day. I'm going to vibe with you. I'm going to try to help you out because that's who I am as an individual. I've had people throughout my life who do that for me when I've had bad days, and it's good karma to return the favor. I don't particularly believe in karma, but I'm trying to push myself towards believing in it because I think you have to believe in something that's, people are going to hate me for saying this, but something that's unrealistic. Something like astrology or ghosts or karma or, we're not going to get into religion in this channel. Eventually, I probably will. That's probably going to be a bad thing, but, these unrealistic things that can't technically be proven at all, but they also can't technically be disproven. I think you've got to believe in one of those things to a degree, not like a ridiculous degree. Like, I know people who take astrology a little too seriously. Like, I'm sorry, the moon is not going to make you kill someone. That's just not a thing. In no way, shape, or form. Anyway. So, but karma is something that I'm kind of pushing myself towards trying to get behind. Just because it's a positive thing. It's a good thing. Like, you put good karma in the world, eventually it'll come back to you. Am I expecting it to come back to me in my lifetime? Probably not. But if I put enough good karma into the world, do I hope that when I'm gone, it helps my kids out? Fuck yes, I am. That would be great. If it doesn't help me in my lifetime, hopefully it'll help my kids, or my kids' kids, or my kids' kids' kids. Something like that. And that's my belief. You put something out, eventually it'll come back tenfold. And if it's bad, it's bad. If it's good, it's good. No one's perfect, though. I am certainly not. So yeah, but that's basically my little intro, my little morning routine. I think this is something I'm going to try to do every morning. We'll see if I can do it consistently. It's going to depend on when I wake up. It's going to depend if my girl is working or not. If she isn't working, I might just be like, hey babe, give me like a half an hour in the game room and I'll just do my thing. And she can just be out there with the kids. So thank you for watching. I love you guys. I'll be back in an hour or two. Not sure what I'll be streaming. I'll be streaming something. It might be Overwatch. It might be WoW. Who knows? We'll see. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in a few hours.